This is young Hanamichi with the corner store.
What up? This is LEXALADAR.
We're here at the Tempe Hip Hop Festival. You were very diverse, man. You had like different types of shit. What would you say growing up you would listen to, bro?
So growing up, I actually listened to a lot of rock, but I was also say like Spanish rock, like rock en español. You know, I remember my mom just playing a lot of like there's a song called ¿Por qué te vas? And it's like a rock style song. And it's like by this like girl group, and it never crossed my mind that I was always analyzing the song, but then like even my dad, I remember I would be like 5 years old, and with my dad I would tell him, Dad, like pon la canción del niño puerco. Essentially I was saying like put the song of like the kid that looks like a pig, and I was referring to the Nirvana cover Smells Like Teen Spirit of the baby, you know. But that when I was like, I must have been like 5, 6, maybe at most 4 even, I would tell him to do that. And so like a lot of rock, alternative sounds, Spanish like Vicente Fernandez, and then I found my own wave of dubstep, and then just dived into like hip hop and the rest.
Would you say that it's like in LA or like Orange County where it's like very diverse? Would you say that we need some more stuff like that out in Arizona?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, Arizona right now, they're like, we're a hot spot for corrido tumbados. So, you know, you have Edgardo Nunez putting on for the city. You have, you know, Alan Trias. You have like, even like like people with like 602 in their name. Like there's a lot of like, I think a Spanish like crowd going around, and places like this show me that there's also a lot of like underground hip hop going around. You know, we have pretty much like a really like diverse community that a lot of it comes from Mexico. Myself, like, you know, like I got the mark of the beast right here. And I think it's allowing your Mexican side to clash with everything you've heard. And if you want to be like an artist or you want to develop your own sound, you have to use what you've grown up with and create out of there. So like versatility wise, we're going up for sure. I feel it.
Hell yeah.
And I know what you look for, what you look for. And I know. Come on, Lazy! Hands up, let's go! I just wanna live my life, I just wanna live it fast. I just wanna hit it down and pop it out, feeling fast. I just wanna live my life, I just wanna feel it fast. I just wanna fuck the feelings on my back. Yeah! I just wanna live my life, I just wanna live it fast.
And would you say that growing up with a family, because you're related to K-God, would you say being around K-God has influenced your style as well?
K-God, bro, that dude look like him. Yeah, I mean, for sure, he knows, like, growing up, he knows a lot of what our parents would listen to, like, rock en español, Héroes del Silencio, you know, Maldito Duende, Los Tres Enanitos, all that, like, he knows that. And so, even listening to his flow and his bars, and ever since I was a kid with that man, believe it or not, when I would be at his house, he's big into wrestling, like WWE and shit. So he would always have like this like swagger to like the stuff that he did, and I'm like, this motherfucker. I never had swag like that though. That I ain't gonna say. I ain't gonna lie. I was like mad corny when I was young. Like mad, yeah, it was bad.
I feel like deep down we all wish for everything. We all want everything. And so, here it is. Let's go. Dicen que sigo igual, pero me da igual, ya no me preocupo, solo me alejo. Get up for K-God! Woo! Put your hands up, let's go! Me gusta cuando existen, no me gusta Come on, AZ, put your fucking hands up. Let's go. Let's go. So give me love, but it must not won't be above. I want the high, that's not enough. I don't wanna be living life when you're not around and it's not around. Shawty, I know you're really tough. Shawty, I know you're to the blood. Shawty, I know I'll be in your dreams, and you know. So give me love, but it must not won't be above. I want the high, that's not enough. I don't wanna be living life when you're not around and it's not around. So you really wanna fuck it up. Don't live while time in the sun. Don't live while taking it apart. Where your plans, I go in love. Make some noise.
So he's the one who like gave you all the drip growing up, bro.
He's still giving me drip right now. He has better drip than I do. I'm figuring it out. I'm just a sweats kind of guy.
Growing up, were you ever into skateboarding or any skateboarding culture?
I was getting into it. I took a skateboard to the park to practice an ollie in grass. I did it like twice, and then I think I just gave in. So I didn't really get into it, but like I like the scene because it's like it's cool people there, you know.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just vibes, and a lot of them also like they're into very different types of music.
Yeah.
And I fuck with that heavy. So, but skateboarding, it's not me. I'm gonna fuck my shit up.
And then speaking of other sports, have you ever been to like in Hispanic culture, boxing is really huge. Who was your favorite boxers growing up?
Ooh, favorite boxer? Damn, this one's a hard one. Hold on. I honestly so right now, just like looking at it analytically, I can definitely see why people like fuck with Mayweather. But then I can also see why people fuck like with Manny Pacquiao or like Juan Manuel, I think, or something, right? Juan, what's his name? Damn. Marquez. Him. It's like I love fighting. I actually did boxing myself when I was young, so like I like fighting, and when I see someone exercise their fight IQ very high, it's like, oh, that guy knows how to fight. And I would kind of give it to like, if I really had to pick, I think right now lately, like the one I've been seeing is Canelo. If I really had to pick, it'd be Canelo. Like he really has it unlocked when it comes down to like being in there, getting that rhythm, getting that flow, and letting go, you know?
Hell yeah, bro. And he's pretty much like undefeated all the time, bro. Like he has the record all the time.
Yeah.
But growing up, what were some of your favorite snacks, bro?
Ooh, snacks. Oh shit. Okay. Kaygawds knows this. I'm a pan con leche ass boy. Cookies and milk. Yeah, cookies, chocolate chip cookies, milk. I don't drink milk no more. It's been years actually, but I used to drink like I'll drink sometimes even oat milk or almond milk now. But like a concha, a cuernito, like any bread, like I really fuck with. But
You gotta dip that.
yeah, you gotta, yeah. It's like you have to like. So if you have a glass of milk, like the more airy your bread is, the better it's gonna be, because then you actually have to physically see this happen. You dip, like a concha works really well. You dip the bread in the milk, and you watch it absorb it, and the milk becomes less. And then you dip it just a little bit more, and once it's like really like soaked, then you eat that shit.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's high activities, right?
And then like growing up, you were an outdoor kid, and what was some like outdoor activities you like to do?
I actually, so I was semi-outdoor. I'm a city person. I've noticed, like, I like the city. I look forward to like even like touring in Tokyo and all that, because I know that that's my vibe. I like arcades. I like video games. Outside, I wasn't outside too much, but when I do like to stay active. So again, I did boxing from, I think I was like maybe like 9 to like 13. Like here, it wasn't super always committed, but it was fairly always pretty like consistently just growing up, because I needed to do something. And my family actually comes from like I think my grandpa was a boxer. He's pretty much like something from like a boxer from Mexico, and his thing, or that boxing thing, has been passed down through family. That's why like they got me into it, but I actually enjoyed it. Even now, as far as fighting, I still do jiu-jitsu. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for 5 years now.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So you know how to like do hand-to-hand combat, and would you say that you like fighting better with weapons or without weapons?
I like fighting better without weapons, to be honest. Just because I think it's like a one-on-one fade, and it's like if you lose, you lose, and if you win, you win. But you can settle any beef with that. So like, like just MMA rules or grappling rules or even just boxing rules. But whatever rules you decide, duke it out. No weapons. Just like let one be one.
And what would your advice be for upcoming rappers and musicians to help get their scene out there?
Be different. Be willing to push the boundaries. Be willing to sound different. Be willing to experiment. Some experiments will fail. Some experiments will win. But if you're just different, and at the same time you're yourself, once you master your craft and your sound, it'll really start to take off, and it will never be able to get replicated because you're unique. Once you have your uniqueness, or you're unique, you essentially then just create a plan of like grasping the attention, and as you prepare for that moment where it pops, once it pops, you go and you have content ready to go. Like strategize yourself, use your head, and but most importantly, like really like let yourself be different. Let yourself be you. Like don't abide by the normal rules. This is why I like make all types of music, all genres, corridos, tumbados. Like I plan on making alternative sounds. I plan on making like super slow tracks. I even plan on like dabbling into like country and shit. Like I'm talking like I'm gonna go everywhere, and I want everybody to really like look at that and follow that path, because I think if everybody kind of like lets themselves grow from that sound within and all use everything they ever know, like we would have like some crazy things in the world, like some crazy creations.
And then final question. All right, final question. Favorite movie?
This is an easy one. There's a movie by Disney from I think 2001. It's called Dinosaur. It's actually, if you know that the it's so hard.
I used to have it on VHS back in the day.
I had it on VHS too.
Yeah.
I had the little hand claws of the actual dinosaurs. You just put your hand in there, and it was the actual dinosaur.
It was Aladar or
They used to have them at McDonald's, bro.
Yeah,
I remember those, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, that is my number one movie of all time. I really love that movie. Like, Aladar, main protagonist. My name's LEXALADAR. Aladar derives from, I think, some sort of like Egyptian, essentially meaning noble ruler. I put it as my name because I feel like when someone's a noble ruler or a noble leader, they'll lead people into a better place using nobility. And sometimes, that's the way that I think many of people in humanity should move, so that we all grow. And there's not as much greed and shit, So, Dinosaur, 2001, Disney. If you haven't seen it, fuck are you waiting for?
Grab the VHS.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyways, this has been Young Hanamichi at the Corner Store.
LEXALADAR on all platforms. You already know me.
Signing out.